You are now tuned into the Wake the Flock Up Network.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Check out the Pentagon LA, a brand new retail space and recording studio in Glendale, California, bringing art, music, and culture to LA. Whether you in store or online, look out for the hottest trends in artist merchandise, dope new art from local artists and photographers, and watch out for events and pop-ups from your favorite brands and artists. Follow us at ThePentagonLA or visit ThePentagonLA.com.
Yo, this is Tech 9 on Wake the Flock Up. So hurry up and do it. Wake the flock up. Tech 9, baby.
Wake the flock up. Immortal technique. You know what it is, baby.
Bang, bang.
Welcome back to the show. You are now watching. You're now experiencing Wake the Flock Up with Koncept 714.
Yeah.
And Reverie's here. Reverie. Yeah, that's right. Reverie. I'm sorry. Start again. Let me get it. Let me get it again. Reverie, because I interrupted the flow. Reverie's here.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's been a while.
It has been a while. I met Reverie 5 years ago on accident. Because I was interviewing somebody else that you went with. And I didn't immediately recognize you, which is still embarrassing to this day. So you walk in with a group and I'm there to meet the artist. I'm like, yo, yeah, what's up? Yeah. And then you walk in behind it with Loudon, I think. And he was like, yeah, oh, yeah, hey guys, yeah, walk in this way. You know, I'm taking care of the guests. And then you come up in conversation and it's like, Reverie's right there, dude.
I know.
And I did the whole puppy window thing, like, oh,
I know,
shit.
it was so funny.
Yeah.
But no worries, it's okay. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. You've been on the show. This is your 5th time now.
Is it? That's crazy.
Which is crazy because we are at the Pentagon LA, the location that we're at now, which is, of course, Armin. Armin is a great artist also.
Armin's cool.
Who's fighting the title with you on the most appearances because he's been on 5 times also.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So you evened it out.
Double R's.
That's right. See, there you go. But I've seen you progress. Have you seen me? I'm sure. Right?
Oh yeah, I've seen you grow. You've grown a lot. I'm very proud of you too. You came a long way. Like, I see all the people you're interviewing now, and it's crazy. I'm so happy to see your success. You know, because so many people do what you do, but not many of them succeed or get to do what they really want to do with it. You know, and are you still working with iHeartRadio?
So you know, the thing with iHeart was iHeart heard it. They liked the show. They were interested, and we tried to develop it in the radio version. And they ultimately didn't see how it could be a hip hop talk show. Because the thing with radio and TV shows, like if there's not one before you, it's really hard to be the first one. Because they got to have like faith in you. Yeah. And they got to be, and if my name was Tyrese or whatever, you know, if somebody else that already had a name, they'd be sure, we'd do a show with you, no problem. Yeah. Oh, hey, chubby Mexican kid, you want to do a show? I'm not so sure. You know?
Yeah, I feel it.
But, you know what? Much love to iHeart. But you were there. You came down to the station, didn't you, when I was doing the show today?
No, I didn't go.
I think we set it up and it didn't happen.
Yeah, we just had some issues.
But Reverie was there in one of the biggest interviews that I'm most proud of is when the writer of NWA came out. You remember that?
It was really dope. I'm really glad I went. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, of course. I invited like the people that I knew would appreciate the interview and that I wanted around, that I just, you know, because you know. Rev, you have to meet so many artists, so many people all the time, right? But you got to be friendly also.
Yes, you do.
Right?
You have to play the game. They don't call it the game for nothing.
Hey, how do you play the game, Reverie?
I play the game like it's a game of chess. I play the game very consciously. I play the game looking like I'm not playing the game. I think it's the best way.
Yeah.
Just hide in plain sight, you know?
There's those that play the game and let everybody else know, like, I'm playing with you, bro. Like, yeah, I'm fake, you're fake. We're fake together. That's awesome. As long as we make money, you know, they're that. But I've always thought that Reverie approached music differently than a lot of artists, which is, I think, the key to your success.
I definitely do things very differently than most artists. I mean, I feel like I am a really serious innovator in our generation. You know, I think of so many dope ideas and so many great strategies and business moves and way to promote myself and just everything I do. I see other people copy it, you know, and that's okay, because I'm always like ahead of the wave. You know, I'm starting waves. Like, people are copying what I'm doing. I'm an artist all around, so I will never run out of ideas. But it's just crazy to see like how fake people can be, you know, in this industry. Like, now I've been in the game for a minute, and it's becoming more and more easy to identify who I shouldn't fuck with. You know, it's mostly, and most of that I would attribute to my gut feelings, you know, my intuition. I'm telling myself more and more, like, I need to listen to my intuition, because I have a really strong intuition. I'm really, really good at reading people. Especially, I think it is just because I act like I'm not, you know, so people just assume I'm chilling and I'm just another pretty girl who got famous because she's hot or whatever the fuck. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, people think that a lot of people are barely catching on to me. You've been seeing me since a long time, you know, but even when you met me, I was already in the game for a minute.
You were already in the game, and I was super impressed. First of all, like, oh, she's dope. And it's not regular dope. Like, this is her own version of dope, and she's nailing it down. Like, to me, it was somebody that understood that she's talented and almost takes it like, oh, what's a responsibility now. Like, now that I have fans, like, it's a responsibility to be good for them and deliver dope every time I do it. Yeah. So to me, there's certain artists that I've always, that, you know, like you're saying, good character of people. I've always thought myself the same thing, which is, I think, is good why I'm good at interviews, because I can kind of relate to them and like, oh, I believe in you. You have faith, you know? Yeah. And I've always had faith in Reverie, and I've always knew Reverie was going to be like top 3 of anywhere she's going to be at. You know?
Thank you.
So I'm very proud of everything you've always done. You. But I also worry about you because we're friends. I like to think about as friends. We don't get to communicate as much, but we're busy friends. You got shit to do. I got shit to do. It happens. But I'll text you some stupid shit and blah, 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 all that stuff, you know?
You do.
But I do worry, Rev, because you're seemingly doing this by yourself. And I'm sure you got a team, people you work with and close, you know, but it seems like Reverie makes the decisions for Reverie.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And you want to keep it that way? Because some people look to like, oh, I can't wait to get rid of the responsibilities. Yeah. Have somebody else take care of that part of the business for me. How do you see it?
At this point of my life, I can't speak about how I'm going to feel in 10 years and 5 years, but at this point in my life, I have no problem being in full control of everything I'm doing. Like, I am a workaholic. I work harder than anybody I know, and I'm not scared of a challenge. And that's why I'm here today in my career where I am, you know, and honestly, I'm just super controlling on my art. Like, it's my art. Like, to some people, it's just, oh, they just want to make money and get rich and famous, which is cool. I'm not talking shit on that, you know, but to me, it's a lot more than that. To me, this is like art. Like, I was super into writing poems when I was little. I've been drawing since I learned how to use a pen. I did graffiti. I started writing because I wanted to release some shit and show it off. You know what I mean? Like, this is my art. It's more than just this thing I'm getting paid for. So that's why I do have a team now. I finally have a team. It's not a very big team, but it's growing. Every year, more people are being added to it, you know, and it's amazing because for years I had to do everything by myself, and it's so fucking hard, you know, and now I can finally afford to pay people, you know, like, I pay to fucking use a nice studio. I pay my homegirl to take pictures of me. I pay somebody to sign my merchandise. I pay the designer to make my designs now. I pay the tour manager to book me in Europe, you know, like all these things I can finally afford to do that allow me to keep doing it. It's been a long journey, but right now at this point, I'm cool, like managing everything, but my team is helping me carry that out, you know, like I said, I'm hiring people to do these things now. And like, so they're doing it for me, but like, I'm just like overseeing everything, you know, like I'm managing all these things, and like, it's definitely challenging though. I'm not gonna act like it's like, oh, it's a piece of cake. Like, nah, I just do it because I'm just very particular about my art, you know? And that's it.
It's important to be that way for as long as you can possibly be that way, it seems to me. And then I think one day, Reverie, you're going to have where it's like, well, I don't have a choice but to, because I need to, at the level that you're going to be creating, right? Which you've earned it. You've earned the right to one day be like, well, it doesn't make sense for me to be the one taking care of the touring, or the scheduling. We're like, okay, well now I'm at a level where you're going to have to take care of it.
Which I don't. I do have people that take care of that for me.
But at some point, Reverie would have had to been the one.
Oh,
right?
yeah. The first few tours that I did in America, I booked myself. I was on Yelp finding fucking dance studios where people do ballet classes so I could rent out the studio for $25 an hour because I couldn't afford to spend $1,000 going all the way to Arizona and taking a chance that people were going to go. Now I could go do that, you know, but now, I mean, and now I don't need to do it because now they're booking me. You know what I mean? But fuck yeah, for years I was doing that shit by myself. Like, and it just feels so good. Like that is one thing that's been off my plate.
Yeah.
You know?
The milestones you reach. Let me ask you this though. How do you keep yourself grounded though? Because it's very easy, and you and I have both met people that are at a certain level and they think because they got in there like, oh, you know, I'm the shit now, I'm this now, I'm that now. And it's like, bro, not really, but okay. So, because you also, I feel bad. I don't want to pop everyone's bubble all the time and be like, oh, Koncept's an asshole. But it's like, bro, relax, dude. If you and me are in the same location, you're at the same level I'm at, bro. Exactly. So don't give me this, right?
Exactly.
How do you stop yourself from, because it could be very easily, it may be justifiable at some point, right? But how do you stop yourself from being that person?
Honestly, I'm just a fucking real ass bitch, you know, like at the end of the day, like that's what it is. Like if I fuck with somebody, I fuck with them. If I don't fuck with somebody, I don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? And like we said earlier, like playing the game, like, yeah, I can play the game sometimes. If I don't fuck with somebody, I'm still going to fucking use them, you know, because fuck them. Like, you know, like if somebody fucks me over, that's it. You know, like I will still use them as much as I can, but like, that's it, you know, and that's what it is. That's just how the world works, you know? Like, I can't be like crying because somebody robbed me or because somebody oh my God, you know, like, no, like I need to be a boss bitch and handle the shit, you know? But also like, I'm so blessed to still be like best friends with like all the girls I grew up with, like, and they don't treat me any different. Like, I mean, we all treat each other better over the years because we're all getting older and growing together, you know, as a unit, but like they just keep me grounded. They don't treat me like Reverie, you know, like my homegirls treat me like Jordan, you know, and I love it. And also I'll tell you a funny story. When I was in high school, I started a crew with my homegirl Brandy and my homegirl Giselle, and we're still best friends to this day. We still chill. Brandy even goes on tour with me now, and she's helping me design all my merchandise, and she sells my merch at my shows. Like, so now she's like, it's just cool. Like, I'm touring with my best friends and shit. And Crib, I've known a Crib too since I was in high school, so it's like the three of us traveling together.
That's the dream, right? That's the dream. All the kids are like, one day, all my homies are going to be there, and all my cousins are going to be there.
Yes, and I can't believe like that those days are here now. Like, we're living those days like that I never knew were possible, you know? And but like, so we started this graffiti crew, and then to make a long story short, I started just going crazy in high school. Like, I was riding all over fucking Northeast LA. Like, everybody was talking about PUG, Reverie, and like, Brandy, they call her Sexy. She would go riding with me a lot. But like my homegirl Giselle, we call her Celeste, she wasn't really like putting in so much work, you know? And then I was like just so caught up in the graph, and like the whole school was like on my nuts now, and like I got picked on when I was in high school. Like, that's why I know how to fight, because I had to fucking defend myself from always being picked on and being like,
what did they pick on Reverie for?
Just because they were fucking intimidated by me. It's never really like a real reason. Like, I mean, one real reason, I guess the only thing I could think of is that one time when I was in the 9th grade, I think, one of my best friends, her name was Crystal. She made enemies somehow with like the fucking crazy Chola girls.
Sure.
And we were like 9th graders, and they were like 10, 11, 12 graders, and they were huge, and we were like this small, you know? And and one time she got in an argument with one of them, and then we were at the ice cream truck. Man, it's been so many years. It's crazy remembering this. I'm like living it as I'm remembering.
Oh no.
We went to the ice cream truck.
Bad memories.
We were that little. We were at the ice cream truck. And then the girl that didn't like my homegirl was right there with her homegirl. And she said something to my homegirl, like, look at that stupid bitch, or something like that. And I was like, man, fuck you, bitch. You know, like, I was like, because my homegirl didn't say anything, but she was so small. Like, they were just picking on us. They were picking on us. Like, but I was like, you know, I thought I was crazy and shit. And then we went to go sit down, and then we ended up getting down. I ended up getting down with that girl because she was like, she came up in my face trying to get crazy, and she's like, do something, bitch. And I was like, boom, and I bitch slapped her. And then that was my first fight. We started fucking scrapping, and I lost. But she didn't fuck me up bad, but I lost. But that was just, and then those were the crazy Chola girls, and that was in my first semester of the 9th grade. So first semester of the 9th grade, I made enemies with all the crazy Chola girls. Yeah. So then I was like, oh my God, what did you do, Crystal? Like, she didn't even fight. I ended up fighting, you know? So that was just, so then it was just, I just always got picked on by this huge group of girls from fucking 10, 11, 12th grade who have all been going to school for the last few years together, you know? And honestly, I would just scrap with them. Like, they would talk shit to me and walking down the hall, fuck that bitch, fuck that fucking ugly asshole, whatever they would say, you know? And eventually I just got sick of it, and that's when I started getting down. And then I also started getting down a lot in high school because I had a lot of graph beef. Okay? So back to the fucking graph story. So I'm catching all this fame around the neighborhood. So I'm catching all these fucking fights, and I'm getting jumped, and I'm getting fucking like, just like crazy. Like I was going through so much drama. And then like, also I was getting a lot of fame. I was getting a lot of fame. Like I said, the whole school was on my nuts. When I was going to fucking house parties and gigs, people, oh, Reverie, that's dope. I've been seeing you up. Oh my God. Like people that never talked to me before that I thought were cool because they're older than me and they were popular. And I just like, it started getting to my head. Like it did. I remember like thinking like, yeah, I'm the fucking shit. Like I'm motherfucking Reverie PUG. What's good, homie? You know, like, and then, around that time, that's when I started rapping too. So I thought it was shit. Everyone was talking about, now they're talking about my music. And we ended up, the reason I'm saying all this shit was to come back to my 3 homegirls that we started the crew with, Celeste, Sexy, and myself. We ended up giving Celeste the boot from the crew because she wasn't putting in work. She just wasn't painting like we were. She wasn't mobbing like we were. She wasn't getting in fights and getting jumped like we were, you know? So I felt like, well, like she's not even like contributing to the name. Like why is she still in the crew, you know? Just like forgetting, I totally lost track and lost like the message of why we even started the crew. We started the crew because all 3 of us were writing for other crews that already existed. They were guy crews, and we were the only girls in the crew, and we were putting on more than the guys. And one day we were spray painting in the LA River, like I said, and we were just like, yo, we should make up our own crew, an all-girl crew. That would be dope. Now there's a bunch of all-girl crews. When I was in high school, there was none. We were like the first one in my neighborhood. And like I said, we got famous. Like everybody knows to this day, people talk about PUG in Highland Park. And so I forgot that it was just because I wanted to paint with my homegirls. It wasn't about the fame. It wasn't about the new people on my nuts. It was just about my love for my girls and when we like to go out and paint. And so we gave her the boot, and it was my idea. And then a couple months passed, and then like just so much shit was going on with the beef. I was just getting so many fights, and one day it just hit me like, damn, this is crazy. Like these girls are like beefing with me and like literally like trying to catch me slipping in the streets and showing up to my new school at 7 a.m. because I just got kicked out for beating the shit out of one of them. I'm old school. Like all these crazy things were happening. I was like, they don't even know me. Like this is up over some like made up thing that doesn't even really exist. PUG is this thing that people think of. They don't even know it. They don't even know me. And then I just realized like, damn, I fucking gave my homegirl the boot from the crew, like, cause she wasn't putting in work. Like she's right here with me still, and she's like getting down too now for this fucking crew, and they're not even from the crew anymore. And I don't know, it was just like the weirdest realization that the fame had got to me. The fame, it was the fame. And I said, damn, I fucking told Giselle she couldn't be for the crew. That's like basically saying like, you're not good enough to be my friend anymore, you know? And I felt really bad. And then that's when I realized like that the fame is just, it's fake. You know, it's not real love. It's people only like you because you're famous. And I experienced that with the graph. And now that I'm making music, I swear, like, I'm so glad, like, that happened to me in my life with the whole graffiti thing, because I carried that on. And I remember that every single thing that happens to me, every single person that's added to my nuts, like, I don't care. Like, they don't really know me. They think they know Reverie, but they don't, you know? And so that, going through that experience really, really molded me as a person. That was like when I was like 17, 18.
And I think some people get to experience that, but way too late into their fame, to where it's too late now to like really live a normal life or understand that people only like you because you're rich or you're hot or you're this or you're the other. So I'm glad that you had that experience early, and I can definitely see how it'll numb you down to be like, yo, come on. Like perspective, right? That's where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have, besides you being an amazing artist at what you do, right? You're also a girl. Yeah. So now you have to deal on top of that, right? You have to deal with, hey, does he like me, or is it just because I'm hot, or does he want to talk to me, or are they just looking for someone to wear their shirt? Do they really want to fuck with me? You know, so how do you approach a situation like that? Is it just like, all right, cool, yeah, you know, you pimp me, I'll pimp you, we'll just get whatever we can out of it? Or is it very carefully like, I don't like this vibe, I don't like this energy, you know? Like how do you deal with people maybe not going for getting to know Reverie, but because you're famous or because you're this?
You mean like friends or like for like dating?
I guess it's different, right? Especially with friends, I guess you only really trust the ones you had before you were famous.
Yeah, that's right? Pretty much how
Unless
it goes.
Your friends are also famous.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
Right?
I mean, once in a while, I meet some dope people though. I'm not completely closed off to people just because they know who I am. Like, because I've become friends with people that I grew up listening to, you know, and now I see them as a person, you know, more like, and I still love a lot of them, you know, but it's like, I know that people can make that transition.
Let me ask you this. If you're about to meet a new group of people, do you want them to know what you do, or would you prefer that they didn't know what you did?
Honestly, I don't really care.
It doesn't matter?
I don't really care. I guess, it doesn't really matter. I guess the more I would want them to know who I am, just because this is me, you know, like, you know, they're going to find out who I am. Yeah. Someone's going to know who I am. If someone brought me into the circle, that means they're going to know who I am for soon.
Sure. I mean? Sure. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because after I leave, oh, you know who that was. You know what I mean? Like, it always happens. Yeah. Like, and it's fine. That's who I am. Yeah. You know, like, and then it's like, the more people I meet, the more money I can make. You know, so let's fucking
meet. Hello.
Network. Yeah. Like,
wave at it.
Let's make some money. Like, you know?
That's what's up. It is interesting, like the difference between coming up and seeing the people that you listen to your entire life, like meeting them. That's the one perk of this job that I fucking love.
Yeah.
But also the one perk that can kill my interview, because, and I'm going to be honest, I had evidence in here and I was giddy.
You did good. I wouldn't have known you were.
Thank you.
You did good.
There was a lot of editing done to that. Trust me. It was a lot of like, oh my God, evidence. I love it. No, but it was like, yo, here's Evidence walking in, and Evidence is you've met Evidence.
Yeah, he's
Evidence
cool.
is the dude that walks in the door, and he's a lot like you, Rev, like really toned down energy, right? But talent is like radiating off of him. Him just sitting there, you're like, you could tell he does something.
Yeah,
like he doesn't have a 9 to 5. Like this guy doesn't work at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? This guy does something.
He's an artist,
and he's so comfortable with it. Like he's like, yeah, bro. Like I'm a paint, you know, or I do beats here and I write here and I do that, and I'm like, yeah, you're fucking amazing at everything you do. How do you deal with that, right?
Yeah, the interview was cool with him. The one with you. I liked when he basically said like his whole photography thing happened on accident.
On accident. Yeah.
I didn't know that when he started, he didn't want people to know that was him. Mm-hmm. So when I heard him say that, I was like, oh, that's crazy. He's just so so artistic that he just did something and everyone likes it. You know, that's like a true artist. Like you don't even really have to try. Uh-huh. You just be yourself and do what you want to do, and it just works. But that's just how everything in life is. You know, like you have to just go. I just made a little post about this on Instagram. Like, do what feels good, because when it feels good, like that's what's supposed to be happening. You know, if you're hesitant about something, it doesn't feel right, something feels wrong, it's because you probably shouldn't be going that way. You know, and I tell that to people. Pay attention to what's happening around you, right? So when I tell people that success is not going to be easy, as in like there's no set path, right? Even if you are MC, you're never going to be exactly the same. You're not going to walk the exact same pattern that the next MC walked. You need to learn how to navigate your way through it. So pay attention. If things are so difficult for you that you're a rapper, but you can never get in the studio, you're a rapper, quote unquote, but you're never on the cypher, you're never writing, are you a rapper? Right? Or if you're a rapper and you're not successful, it's really hard, it's difficult. Or I think when an MC is meant to be an artist, an MC is meant to be an MC,
one show will lead to another show, and then that will lead to another show, and that will lead to another, and he'll find gas money, and he'll find a ride, and things won't get in his way. Life will make things easier for you to succeed.
Yeah. And plus, like a lot of people, I guess I would agree with that, but then also like kind of just saying that would have to say that you also do have to make opportunities for yourself as well, you know, because that's another problem with people. People is like always asking me, oh, how do you succeed? How do you get famous? How do you get fans? And like, honestly, like it just takes really hard work and dedication and trying new strategies every time something doesn't work.
Not that it won't be difficult, because it'll still be hard and it'll still be a lot of work to get there, but life will make things easier if you're meant to do it, I think. That's my opinion. I think Reverie, look, you started a crew in 9th grade that went out bananas and, you know, everyone knows about it. And you did that in 9th grade. Reverie,
no, I was like in 10th grade.
Okay, 10th grade. Reverie was meant to be somebody. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean somebody in the public eye, because look, you could raise kids and raise a family, and you're a dad, you're amazing. That's awesome that you do that. But publicly, there's those people that are meant for the public eye, that just have attraction to them, right? We've met them. And then you met the people that just work super hard at it. And now they're successful because of that. Yes. Even though they might not be the greatest artists in the world, their hustle is there.
Yes.
Right? Hyphenate has this hustle that is just like, he never's not dropping a video. He's never not dropping a song.
Yeah.
Armin, same thing. He does a fucking new song every Monday, right?
That's dope.
He dropped, and then Be Real, and then this, and then I got a shop, and then Reverie's on tour. I'm on Europe, I got a show on Mars next week and shit. I'm like, holy shit, Rev is killing it.
Thank you.
But a lot of those opportunities because you created them for yourself, right? Because
all of them,
right? But things are getting easier.
Things are not getting
easier. Opportunities just bigger, so when they land, they land.
Yeah, opportunity is bigger because I've created these opportunities. You know, like the more I work, the more shit's coming to me. You know, the more. That's it. That's it. The more I work, the more money and traveling and fame and self-love is coming to me. You know, like it's just the work you put in. You know, whatever you work at in life, that's what you're going to succeed at. You know, if you're working on being happy and you're reading self-help books and you're meditating and you're being positive and making a conscious effort to do that, you're going to be happy. You know, if you're going to fucking go to school and dedicate your fucking years of your life and your money and make something out of yourself because you want to be a fucking doctor and get hella rich, like you're going to see the results if you stick to it, you know. And I don't even remember what I was saying. I was going off on a tangent, getting lost in these thoughts.
It is that. And I was talking to Armin about it too, who's had this string of, also it's not getting in your own way and allowing momentum to keep building. Like, don't get in the way. Don't stop. Don't, like you're saying.
Yes. So important.
Armin is on the Wu-Tang album.
Oh my God, so cool.
Armin is going to go in history as being part of the Wu-Tang catalog.
That's awesome.
Forever, right? And no one deserves it. I mean, Armin he's amazing. He's a hard worker. And he told me, he goes, dude, the way I see success is that we're all in a line. So if we're all rappers, we're all in one line, right? There's people that are on the line before you. There's people that got on the line ahead of you.
Yeah.
But if you just keep doing your thing, you're going to get to the front of the line, right?
Yeah.
Eventually you'll get there, right? Because if you're in that line, you're meant to be, you know, that kind of thing. And I thought about it, and he's right, because I think if I would have quit, obviously 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or even the first 6 months where it really sucked to do it, you wouldn't have got into the level where it doesn't suck as much to do it.
Yeah.
Things are a lot easier now to do it. It's not as expensive. There's a lot more people depending on you to do it. So you want to keep doing it, you know? But so I think the most important thing is, like you're saying, the harder you work, the more opportunities will show up for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone's so scared to face reality. They want to live inside their little shell, nice and safe. My city got problems, Mr. President, why don't you solve them? Why you choose to cause division with precision? Look, the system that's in place ain't fucking working. I've been to Ferguson, seen people live like they ain't worth the shit. My people smoking, tweaking, coding, Percocet, it's upsetting. So broken, hungry, antsy, busted 211, class in session. This confession gon' make people hate me cause I'm honest. My culture is addicted to the chaos. No days off, got juvenile delinquents doing years in juvie. If only you knew the injustices and corruption one day it's gonna be in movies. How do we change the cycle? They say don't play the victim, like it's easy to ignore discrimination and hide it from the children, like they ain't gonna experience it in the real world. Educate the youth and talk about reality so they can get a feel for it. Half my childhood friends do a life locked up in the feds are dead. So don't talk to me about equality, cause all I see is hypocrisy. I'm trying to live my life, but I'm lost. My addictions rotate, but liquor is my new favorite. I'm trying to live my life, but I'm lost. Liquor store on every corner, how can I resist temptation? I'm trying to live my life, but I'm lost. My big brother out there banging, and my daddy ain't around. I'm trying to live my life, but I'm lost. How can I escape when I'm trapped inside this town? I'm human, I'm hypocrisy, exist with instability. Watch your friends, watch your enemies, business partners ain't friends to me. She's slinging out that pussy, cause she got no other options. She's 15 and a sick dream, and ain't nobody talking, no sense. No rules, no curfew, no stress, and no school, no parents. I will eat that can't even speak a language. Broken English, broken ego, broken dreams, a hopeless mind state. I probably would have been friends with her back in my day. Gotta hide the pain, cause tears they bring shame. When rain is all you say, it's hard to get about the game. Today I'm doing okay, sometimes I'm suicidal. I am my own worst enemy, I am my biggest rival. I really miss you, I cry for you today. I hate hearing your name, standing over your grave. Sometimes I think I'm crazy, I know that I'm insane. You'll never understand my past, so don't speak about my name. I'm trying to live my life, but I'm lost. My addictions rotate, but liquor is my new favorite. I'm trying to live my life, but I'm lost. Liquor store on every corner, how could I resist temptation? I'm trying to live my life, but I'm lost. My big brother out there banging, and my daddy ain't around. I'm trying to live my life, but I'm lost. How can I escape when I'm trapped inside this town?
Tell me, what do you think you're the opportunity that was the biggest to date for you?
Oh man,
at this point, if you could say, yeah.
Jesus Christ, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Because you were on an H&M commercial, right?
Yeah,
did you get a song?
My song was on an H&M commercial.
I tripped out because I saw it on YouTube, right? And I was like, holy fuck, Reverie's nationwide now.
Yeah.
Fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Tell me about that one first. I want to hear about that.
Basically, I just got this opportunity presented to me to write a song.
So they approached you with it?
Yes.
Very cool.
Very cool. And I mean, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Shit, I can write anything, you know. I that's one thing about myself. I'm not scared to rap on any beat that I want to rap on. You know, like I have EDM tracks, I have trap shit, I have boom bap shit. I do anything, you know, like.
But a commercial jam, it's kind of hard. It's kind of tough.
Oh yeah, right? They told me like what they wanted it to like be inspired by, kind of like a general idea of which way to go. Like that wasn't the way I would have taken that that song, but I was really excited to step out of my comfort zone and be directed on writing something, you know, because I was probably like one of the only times I've ever done that, because usually I write what the fuck I want to write, you know, but when you're getting paid to write about something, it's very different.
So you saw, oh, this is a challenge. Yeah. Right? This is a way for me to test myself in a new era of being artistic. Because look, man, I'm sure back in the day you give Picasso $200, paint me that wall, he'd be like, all right, I'm gonna paint it for you. Like, until he got to be Picasso, right? He doesn't do it no more. And how did that turn out? Were you happy with the result? Did they mess with it too much, or was it like what you delivered?
I really liked it. The only thing is that I didn't know they were gonna pitch my voice like that to make it sound like a child was saying it. So when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. But I thought it was fucking awesome. Yeah. I loved it. Like, I was honored to be a part of that. It was so cool with the kids break dancing and all that shit. Like, and then just to be collaborating with H&M, like, that's fucking crazy. Like, it's H&M, you know, every country I go to, there's H&M there, you know, so it was a really great opportunity.
So did that run for like 6 months, or was it just like on internet? Where was that commercial place?
It was on TV, but I think it was mostly for online.
Okay, cool. To me, that was like, whoa, holy shit, Reverie has an H&M deal. Like, that's fucking fantastic, right? Yeah. And I thought it was going to lead to like a clothing brand or something, that you were going to get an H&M or something. Because you do your own clothes, right?
I have I have 2 clothing lines.
Tell me about those.
One of them is the streetwear brand. It's called Satori Mob. Oh, well, this is from it. And then my other one is Reverie's Basement, and it's like my online vintage boutique because I travel a lot and I have to spend a lot of money on clothes, and everyone's always talking about my style. Everyone likes my style. So one day I just had this idea. I was like, oh my God, like I should make a fucking online thrift store. I'm fucking up, you know? And so I've been doing it, and we've been shipping shit all over the world. People love it. Like, it's dope.
And how close are you to those businesses? Like, do you choose the clothes? Are you like directive with them?
Oh yeah, it's things that I've really worn, things that I've worn on tour, or like or something I found when I was on tour at a vintage shop myself.
But you wash them before you send them out, right? Yes. Okay, because it could get there's a whole business though. You should think about. You do.
A lot of people have told me that. They're like, "What if you don't wash it and you sell it for more?" I'm like, I don't want to sell to those people. No,
okay, so
it's not my thing. Like, I'm not gonna sell like my used underwear. Like,
if you go to China,
I know I can make money doing that, but I just don't want to do that. No disrespect to women that do that. Get your money home, girl. But I'm not trying to do that.
But see, that's how you know you're hot. Like, there's no other way that you know. Hey, can I have your underwear? There's unless you're hot. That's the only hot people get asked that question. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, no one be like, Koncept. You got plans for those socks, dude? What are you gonna do after you wear them? No, it's not gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
No, it's just interesting to me, like the fascination of clothes for females. First of all, because I could give a shit what I wear. Like, I'm serious. Like, you know. Plus, I don't like being seen. Like, don't look at me.
But you always look fresh, though.
I do. That's true.
You're acting like you're dressed in rags.
Nah, that's true. But to me, I think I'd rather be heard than seen, because I've always grown up with this thing like, oh, I don't sound like how I look. I think. And people told me that all the time. You're the whitest Mexican I've ever met. Like, what? Bro.
You sound super Mexican.
I sound Mexican?
I think you do.
Do I? Hyphen, I sound Mexican, Hyphen?
I didn't even know.
He's never even considered that. What? That I was Mexican?
Was your primary language?
You didn't know it? Yeah. So English is my first language, and then I learned Spanish, right? Yeah, so sometimes my accent comes in and out, and I won't know how to pronounce certain words.
Oh yeah.
Even as an adult, it still happens. But people tell me, you know, I could lower my voice, and I can have like a telephone voice.
Yeah.
And I talk to the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen. That's how I got my wife. I told her no. Here, call me.
You guys met on the party line?
Oh my God, those are classic. Did you go on the party line, Rev? Come on now.
I only went on the party line.
After MySpace, you spent an hour on the power line.
No, because my homegirl, Stephanie, shout out to my homegirl, Stephanie, she used to love calling it, and we would just talk shit on the party line.
Like, tell people what that is, so they understand what the party
line was. Like this phone number back in the day. Like I was probably using it around like 2014, 15. I mean, no, 2005.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, you got late to the party
when
line.
I was like 15, 16, and like you would just call, and random people from LA would be on it.
Yeah,
and like it'd usually be like cholas and cholos. They'd be like, oh, what's up, homegirl? What you doing? Were you kicking it in? Oh, we ain't doing nothing. You know, like those kind of girls.
So wait, you would be able to hear other people's conversation? Yeah. And then you were just able to, it's kind of like they're in a pool, right?
Like it's it's like chatting online, like when you know when there's a live stream.
Yeah, everyone can talk,
and then there's the comments in the bottom. Just
there you go. It's the original live streaming.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
And so we would just call and talk shit to the people. Like we would make fun of their voices, or like fucking I don't know, just talk shit. That was the only time I used it. I don't want to fucking.
Yeah, so I picked up cholas on the party line all the time. No, because like, you know, I don't really have like an accent. People tell, you know, maybe. I don't have I'm dark-skinned Mexican. I sound like I should be choppy and talking and like struggling English, I guess. I don't know.
That's funny.
But people, you come on, Rev. You gotta face those kind of things too. Also, not you know, I'm not trying to be funny, but they gotta perceive you in certain ways that you're not. Or maybe you are, and they just don't know how
Wait,
much.
What do you mean?
I don't know. People, you are obviously Hispanic. There's no like, Reverie, I want to do what race she is. You know? It's you're Hispanic. Has that helped you? Has that hurt you in your career, you think?
I think personally, at the level I'm at, it has helped me. I haven't really gotten too much bad feedback because I'm Mexican or Ecuadorian, because I'm Hispanic, whatever you want to call me. It's been cool. Like people love like the whole LA Chola shit. You know what I mean? Like they love that shit. So whenever I say like anything gangster, everybody's like, oh, they love it, and so it's cool, But saying that, I have to say this, that up at the top, it's a little bit different. And I'm I'm talking about like Snow the Product, King Lil G, Cap G, like those fools are like, they're like the kings and queens of the Mexican rappers, but like I don't like,
feel you're too far off. Like you mentioned, I would include you in this. And if I saw a roster, and I'd be like, yeah, Reverie's on here. Like that would make sense for King Lil G, and so I wouldn't say like either one of them are more popular or better than you. I mean, I'm sure numbers and shit.
Yeah,
that you're referring to.
About like numbers, numbers of fucking on Instagram, on YouTube, on SoundCloud, how much they're getting paid, like the people they're collabing with, like I feel like they're on the level above me, but like maybe even a couple levels above me, to be honest with you. But I just see like it's just like they don't really get as much love, like from, I mean, let's just say, for example, from the radio, like, I mean, they have so many fucking fans and they're selling out shows all over the country, hundreds, thousands of people, and they're not like, just, I guess, not on the radio, and not where I feel like they have put in the work to be. And I don't know why that is. I couldn't say why.
But you suspect it's because they're Hispanic? I
suspect it's because they're Hispanic. I mean, it's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they...
In hip-hop, you're talking about, or just in the business world? Because, like, I tell people, I've had conversations on air, people can look this up, I tell all the time, I think I get shit because I'm Mexican in a hip-hop culture, in a black culture. Yeah. Like, yo, first of all, you're not black, so what do you want? Like, oh no, I'm providing the hip hop. I'm contributing. I'm just here to document. Like I don't want to. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really ultimately what I decided I'm doing. I'm gonna document this moment in time.
Yeah.
For these artists, and I'm just gonna try to present it the best in Koncept's way. Here it is.
Yeah.
But I also feel that I can't get to certain people. Some people don't want to talk to me. Some people because I'm not black, right? Because I'm not the color of the usual suspects in hip hop.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely gotten like comments on YouTube about that, but I mean it's very minimal. But I guess honestly I feel like that like in life in general in America, unfortunately, because like I mean for example, like when I was growing up, all the commercials on TV were just with white people. And then eventually, like, they started finally actually putting, like, one black kid. You know what I mean? And then it's, like, the white people and the black kid, and sometimes they'll throw in an Asian person. But you will never see a Mexican baby in the diaper commercial, or an East Indian baby, or a Middle Eastern baby. And it's funny because the Mexican market is blowing up right now. Because
talk about babies.
Yeah.
Who has more babies than fucking Hispanic parents? Like there's an opportunity, Pampers, you're missing out on. Put a little brown baby on there. You're just fucking outsell that shit.
Yeah, like they put it on the Spanish channels, but it's not like to mainstream media, But now, within the past, like I want to say, like 5 years, the whole Mexican movement is really blowing up, and so we are getting more acknowledgement now. We are getting more shows on TV and people of our color in the movies, and
even then though we still only see the same 3 Mexican actors, and before it was just like the same 2, and it was just like Noel G playing all the Cholo characters. It was always Hector, in all the movies. And now you start to see, okay, they're loosening up. But I'm with you, and it's so hard to understand in Southern California because to me, it's life. Being Hispanic, it's life. Like I I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just Hispanic, right? So I just, hey, I'm coming at you the way that I am. I'm not pretending to be black. I'm not gonna, fake my way into dude, this is hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking learn it. Get to love it because it's fucking here. We've been part of hip hop forever. Puerto Ricans and blacks started hip hop. So there's to say that or to discriminate Hispanics in hip hop to me sounds counterintuitive to what hip hop was meant to be for.
Yeah.
Like that's the point.
Yeah. And to me, I don't know if it's so much like, that people didn't want us, that like they don't want Mexican people to be like on the radio and shit. But I think it's more so that they didn't realize how much money you could have made putting Mexican people on the radio and on movies and shit. And now everyone's talking about being Mexican and fucking, and it's cool. And now everyone's like, oh yeah, let's book a Mexican here and book a Mexican, like just because now they're exploiting us, but I mean, fuck it, exploit us, give us the money, give us the fucking, you know what I mean? Give us the what we deserve as people, and then one day that's going to happen for the Middle Eastern people too. And the Asian people too, and it's like, and I'm just talking about in America. I'm not talking about in the rest of the world, but,
I feel like certain nationalities have different goals in mind to how they want to live their life. I feel that whites are very dominant, obviously Europeans, they came, the whites are European and they've dominated countries and for a long time, so they have that sense of, I think that's where the white power, white thing comes from, like, we're a dominant race. And Hispanics and blacks were more of a like field people. We're more like, hey dude, just leave me alone. I love you. You love me. Let's not fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like racially we have different things in mind. And I don't see Asians wanting to burst out being super popular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see Asians fight. That's not what they have in mind. I think they figured out a way that they can succeed without having to depend on a basketball deal or on a you know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, we know math.
Yeah.
We're Asian. We know science. Like, that's where we're going to get our money from. Hispanics and blacks were like, well, we're top down. All we are is very talented. Look, we can dance, we can rap, we can sing.
Yeah.
And that's the goal of our races almost, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that's the goal of like the entire white race.
No, not the entire race, but
I mean, I know what you're saying, like with the people in power, but I don't really like want to say like that's so much like the I don't want to say that's the white man. I would just say that's like just like the epitome of classism, you know? And
exactly,
and in America, the first class is pretty much all white, but it's like, because it's like the middle class white people, they're chilling, and I mean, I'm not saying all the rich white people are shitty either, but the people in power, they're all white, and I mean, it's like the people of color, the black and brown people, like, the country was fucking founded on racism, there was fucking slaves and fucking discrimination and people working for fucking pennies to live in shitty conditions to pick grapes in the field and like the whole, and that wasn't even too long ago.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, so like our people have been like spit on and stomped on since the beginning of the fucking foundation of this country, and it's gonna take us a lot of hard work and unity to get to the position that we deserve to be in with everybody else in power.
That's why it's so important to have a King Little G, to have a Snow, to have a Reverie, to have a Blank. You need those people to succeed. Yeah. So when I see somebody that's succeeding, please do it, because that's what's gonna take for everyone to kind of accept us, like you're saying.
Yeah. Like,
we're not just that. We're more than that. The one thing that I did want to ask you was, you're talking about the state of races here in the U.S., but you travel.
Yeah.
Right? How do you see you being a Hispanic female in Europe? How do they accept? Do they consider it? Is it like a thought that they go through? What do Europeans think about that?
Oh, man, I look like a spectacle out there.
Yeah.
Like, they've never seen anything like me. So everywhere I go, everyone stares at us, like, and it's like, I'm always with DJ Lala and Encrypt, and then I've been out there a couple times with Gavlin.
DJ Lala, another anomaly who's just like this hot girl who's just gonna be really dope at this one thing, and you're like, come on, you don't get to be hot and good at something. I get to be good at something, but I don't get to be hot. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it. I'm with it. I'll work my way through it. And so they look at you like, oh my God, girls that are musicians and they're good and they're hot. Like, oh my God, this must be
Yeah.
You sell out.
They love us. Yeah, we sell out a lot of shows. Nowadays, we sell out most of them.
Yeah.
And but even on the streets, like people who don't know who we are, they all stare at us because like there's no Mexicans in Europe. Okay, there's a little tiny bit in like Spain, but just a sprinkle. You know.
Oh, but that's the motherland though. That's what that's the mother. That's different.
Yeah. So, but like overall, like we hardly ever like honestly like on every trip we see like 2 to like 5 Mexicans.
Yeah.
Or like Hispanics. You know, like it's not common. So and then plus like we're wearing like big gold hoops and we have tattoos and I have all kinds of piercings and I wear like this outfit, you know, even over here people look at me.
So you're stunning on them.
Yeah. So over there it's like, oh my God, they've never seen anything like us, you know? So we fascinate everybody we run into.
That must be awesome though, right?
It's awesome. I love going to Europe. It's like my second home now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back in next month in March and it's going to be my 12th tour that I'm doing over there.
Holy shit. That's
crazy,
amazing.
huh?
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
What are you doing? Are you pushing something? You got a project out you're pushing out there?
I actually just got booked for a festival in Paris and then we just booked 3 more shows around it. Yeah. It's like an all-girl event. Yeah. So I'm going to be performing in France in March. So if you're watching from France, come to my shows. Go to my website, satorimob.com, and all the info's up there. Yeah.
Dope. Reverie, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
We got to do it more often.
Definitely.
And I know, you know, I cancel it moves. It's but we got to make it happen more often because I have a great time. Everything. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm very happy for you. Keep killing it. Keep doing your thing. And again, you're welcome back whenever you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So for Reverie, for the Hyphenate, for Pentagon LA, for true hip hop everywhere, this is Koncept 714 asking you, demanding that you help us wake the flock up. Peace.
You are now tuned into the Wake the Flock Up Network.